Hi everyone and welcome back to Nick's Diecast. For today's video, I'll be showing you guys some of the ways that I organize my Hot Wheels cars and my other small scale cars in my collection. So I collect a variety of brands of small scale cars, including Hot Wheels, Matchbox, as you guys already know, as well as, Maisto, Tomica, Majorette, Jada, etc. So I'm going to show you some of the ways that I organize them because I have several hundred. So I'm going to show you some ways that I use in terms of organizing them so that way they're easier to find when I put them on display, and some ways that you might want to try as well. So to start off with, I just want to share the two different means of storage that I use to store all of my loose 1/64th scale cars. The one type of storage method that I use are these black Hot Wheels cases. They're meant for both Hot Wheels cars and for the Monster Jam trucks as well. In the centers, they have these kind of big square-shaped slots that you can either fit, up to 8 Hot Wheels sized cars or one Hot Wheels Monster Jam truck inside. And the rest of the slots are like this one here, like a smaller square. You can either fit one, and you can fit 1 to 2 Hot Wheels cars inside of it. And these go for around $14 or $15, depending on where you buy it from. Most of mine came from Amazon, but a couple I got from Toys R Us back when they were still open and whatnot. And the other way I use to store these cars and organize them are these clear storage containers. They're called Creative Options Thread Organizers. And they come double-sided, so each side has a lid that you can open. And the nice thing is that these are clear, so I can see exactly what's in there without even opening up the lid and digging around it and whatnot. And these are nice because you can actually fit one car per slot, and you can store the cases on their sides, and then you can just kind of pile them up like so. And the other method I use for these cases is I store them straight up and down. So I have the cars kind of in a vertical fashion, and I store the cases kind of putting books on a shelf, kind of. I do this with my older cars because I don't want them to get, all banged up and stuff. And these will not get banged up. It's just the older cars you got to kind of pay special attention to and give special care to because they do have, more sensitive paint work and whatnot. But these cars in here, they're very durable, so you can, easily just, flip the case over if you want to and not worry about any kind of paint damage. So yeah, I recommend getting these. If you want to store all your cars loose in a loose container or bin, you can. But these methods I think are much easier because you can actually see all the cars in one place, and not have to, dig around and, risk, damaging them and whatnot. So in terms of organization, one of the things I do is that I organize the cases by brand. So this case here has all newer Hot Wheels cars. This case right here has all Matchbox on both sides. And this case has Majorettes up on this end, and then I have some Maistos on this end here, as you can see. So that's kind of a good starting point. And then from organizing them by brand, the next thing I usually do is organize them by year. And by year, I mean when the cars were made. So all the Hot Wheels in this case here were made between 2016 and now. And all the Hot Wheels in this case here, you guys have seen this multiple times. These are all my older Hot Wheels. So the cars in here range from being made in 1969 up until 1999. And then once I have them organized by brand and then by the date that the cars were made, I organize them by kind of categories and brands and whatnot. So one example I have here is that in this row here, I have all of these kind of GT race cars. And these bigger slots in these Hot Wheels Monster Jam cases are nice because you can fit up to 8 cars in there. Now these are not jammed together, they're nice and loose. So if you're putting a car in one of these cases and it doesn't, kind of fit right in like a glove, I wouldn't force it because you might risk, breaking a windshield or scratching parts and whatnot. But most of these cars are very, very kind of small and thin, like this Pagani Huayra. So fitting 2 in one slot is very, very simple. And there's even still room in here a little bit. So another way you can organize your cars is to put all the variations together in one area. So these are all variations, as you can see, and I have them 2 per slot. So this one, I have my 2 Porsche 917s, and then I got my 2 Lamborghini Ray Bentons. I got my Corvette Z06s, Mazda RX-7s, and then the McLaren Sennas, and so on and so forth. So, and then of course, if you have, 3 or 4, you can always just line them up like so. If I had 4 Corvettes, I would put the other 2 either next to them here or up here. So that's another way of kind of organizing them, if you have all your variations together in kind of one space. And you can also do here's an example here. I have all my Camaros kind of together in one space here. That way they're just easier to find if you want to like get them out and put them on like a display and whatnot. So you can even do like, if you have enough cars, you can have one case full of just Hot Wheels Camaros and Corvettes, or one case full of, you know, like Matchbox Thunderbirds and whatnot, or Hot Wheels pickup trucks and everything. So there's really a lot of ways that you can organize these types of cars. So this next organization method mostly pertains to like Hot Wheels cars. So Hot Wheels, they have a lot of like different series like in their lineups. Like they have Hot Wheels Flames, they have Factory Fresh, and these are kind of series that they put out like each year, and then usually they'll release like 10 cars in that series. Like in 2019 in the Factory Fresh series, they had like the Audi RS6 wagon, they had the Corvette Z06 and whatnot. So another method that you can use to organize them is to kind of put all of like the cars from a specific series in one place. So over here I have all of the anniversary edition cars. So Hot Wheels, they have the black and chrome series, and then the satin and chrome for the 51st anniversary, and then the pearl and chrome here. So I have all of those kind of in one space. That way when I know that I want one, I know where to go, and then they're all kind of like in one space. And then over here I have all of my Hot Wheels Flames cars in one place. I collect a lot of them just because I think they're really, really cool. I mean, look at this Nova, like with the black and the orange flames and everything. So if you have enough cars from like a certain series, like Hot Wheels has like the Race Day series, if you have enough Hot Wheels Race Day cars, you can probably put all those together like in one case and everything. And again, you could always just separate out all the cars. Like if you have a bunch of, I don't know, like Chevelles, you don't have to put this Chevelle with all your other Flames cars. If you have a designated section for Chevy Chevelles, then you can put this with that. So it's kind of nice to use like multiple organization methods in one, especially if you have like more than 100 cars. So another way you can organize your cars is to keep all of like your multi-packs together in one place. So these 3 rows here, these were all 3 packs of Hot Wheels cars. So these 3 came together, these 2 came together, and there's a 3rd car here. It's a Camaro. I have that on display right now. And then these 3 came together. So if you don't keep the cars in their packaging, you could always just take them out of their packaging and then store them all together in like the same case. That way they're easier to find. Like if you want to put them on display together because they came together, I don't really like display these all together, but it makes it easier to find. Like if I have like a Mustang theme going on, like with my displays, like I know that I have this Mach 1 down in here, so I can just grab that. And as you can see, I have more of like the Hot Wheels like series cars here. Like these are all the Target throwback cars that I have in my collection that I've gotten in the past couple of years. And then my 50th race team, I have all those in one place. It just makes it easier to find. And having these clear, I actually prefer these clear cases over these like black cases, just because it's so much easier to kind of see like what's in there without even opening up the lid or anything like that. Although for this case, you can store a lot more cars. I mean, I have like 2 per slot in here. This one, you can't really do that. So this one is good if you have a lot of cars and you want to store them all in one place. And this one is good if you want to kind of organize them, keep them kind of in like a safer space, and just, you know, ease of access and everything too, because it has the double-sided kind of clear covers on it. As you can see, there's lots of different methods that you can use to organize and store the 1/64th scale cars. I kind of use multiple methods in one. As you can tell, like I have the different brands, like I have them categorized by brand, I have them categorized by like type of car and whatnot. It really depends on what cars you have in your own collection and how you want to organize them. Like if you have all Hot Wheels, then by brand wouldn't really count. Maybe if you have all of like the same brand, like all Hot Wheels or on Matchbox, put all like your muscle cars in one place, or all of your all like your supercars in one place, just so it's easier to like organize and whatnot. And the best way to organize them and store them is to get cases like these. That way there's like designated slots for each car, so that way they're much easier to kind of store and find and everything. You don't just have them all, you know, tossed in like a bin, so that way you have to then you have to like dig around and whatnot. It's so much easier, I think, with this method than it is with kind of tossing them all in like the same bin and everything. All right, hope this video was helpful. As always, be sure to comment down below, and be sure to like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.